Hi everyone, this is Dani, and today I have my current setup for you. Before I get into it, I just want to say really quickly that I'm sorry I haven't been active on the channel for a few months. As many of you might know, I was in nursing school. I graduated in December. I was studying for my licensing exam, and thankfully I did pass that in March. So I've just been working and getting accustomed to my new routine, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to start filming more regularly for the channel just because I've really missed it. It's a lot of fun for me, and yeah, I'm excited to share what I've been using with you guys. So if you follow me on Instagram at Planorama, this might be a surprise to you. The latest picture that I've shared was about my traveler's notebook, which I have right here. This is a custom Spek traveler's notebook, which I do plan on sharing with you guys, but I figured that I would show you what I'm using right now first. That would make most sense. So this is a Gillio Appunto. This is a cover for an A6 size Hobonichi. This is the A6 Techo, the Avec, which is the first 6 months in one booklet. These are the first 6 months. It looks really, really fat, and I'll explain why once we get into it. But yeah, this is what I'm using right now, and I got this cover recently. I got it for my birthday in March, so I'll talk more about the covers and what I've been using and what I had used in the past and how I've ended up here. So this is a Gillio Appunto. It's in a rust color, and it's really stuffed because, like I said, my Avec is really, really fat. We are just going to enter into May. I still have May and June to fill in here, and it's already really, really fat. I've got a pen and everything, but it's a beautiful rust color. I absolutely love the texture on here. You can see how glossy it is. It smells really nice, so let's get into it. When you open it up, this is what it looks like. So if you're familiar with Hobonichi covers, you'll notice that I'm not using the cover as it's intended. So the covers, have two full-length pockets, one in the back, one in the front, so that you slip the covers into them. I chose to not put the front cover into this pocket because as I was using this cover, I realized that I missed the dashboards for my traveler's notebooks, and so I decided to just leave this side out so that I'm able to use dashboard. So let me show you over here first. I've got this full-length pocket on this side. I've just got a couple of Hobonichi stencils in here. In this full-length pocket, I've got stuff that I always have in my setups, which is my contact information in case I misplace it, and these transparent page flags, which I'm almost out of this set, but I've already got backups because I absolutely love them. Card slots, you may also know I'm not really a big fan of card slots and planners because I don't use them as wallets. So I've got these two little hanky clips. I bought these off Etsy from Iowa Planner Girl. I don't think she's got her Etsy shop anymore, but if it's still up, I will link it down below. I've got some transparent arrows that I like to keep in here. This little smash book guy, he's just kind of funny looking. I've had him for a really long time, and he fit really well in his pocket. And these two little sticky note kind of pads, I use them for pre-planning, and I'll show you how I use them in here. So this is, you might recognize this from Beetlejuice. I made this dashboard back in September because originally I thought I was going to keep my Hobonichi in one of my personal size Chic Sparrow Traveler's notebooks, but I didn't like that. I didn't like how, it fit and everything, but I didn't use it when it was in there. It wasn't a good setup for me. So I didn't end up using the dashboard, but I kept it because I like it. So I just pulled this out and started using it in here. I've got my little bird clip. A lot of the stuff in here I've moved from my traveler's notebook setup into here because the stuff that I like to have with me that just makes me happy, so I moved it into my current setup. And I'm sorry about the glare. A lot of the stuff is laminated, so the light is catching, but I got my little I Love Tea here that I found on Pinterest, my little duck in a strawberry suit. This cover is another cover that I had for my Hobonichi. So when I decided that the traveler's notebook wasn't going to work out for this, I ordered this plastic cover, which is another like slip-on cover, because the cover of the Hobonichi is just cardstock, and it has to last for 6 months, and I didn't know what kind of wear it was going to get, so I wanted to make sure that it was protected. So I ordered these A6 plastic covers online, and because now it's in the Gillio, I don't have any use for these, so I just decided to use it kind of as another dashboard pocket style thing. So I've got an Oli clip. This is a postcard from Pumpkin Paper Co., which I just cut up, laminated, and stuck in here. Then I've got this little piece of ephemera, Happiness is a Cup of Tea, that I just laminated and stuck in there. On this side, oh, and I just slipped some of my favorite scrapbooking paper for the front in here on this side too. I've just got this is a Project Life card, I think, that I laminated and stuck in here because I just like the colors. And this is the little beaver from like a greeting card that I got for an anniversary that I just he lives in all of my setups too. This is my Hobonichi, like I've mentioned, I think like 5 times already. You'll notice that the cover looks a little funny. That's because I gessoed it. It was a really bright chartreuse, so I just decided to gesso it to just kind of dull it up a bit. And then I've got this little Treat Yourself journaling card on here. On the inside, I've got some art by Courtney Diaz and some more ephemera here. And here's the front cover of the, or the inside cover. I labeled it Volume 1 because it was meant to be my journal. So that's why it's so fat. So you'll get to see kind of a flip through of my journaling in here. This is just some shimmer sprays. This was the very first spray that I sprayed. So it kind of like pooped out a big glob there. And then I've got, this one was a more successful spray. But I don't really like this cream color, so I just added some scrapbook paper that I liked. And I added a Target Dollar Spot pocket to save like ephemera bits and stuff that I wanted to journal later because I didn't have pockets at the time. I was just in this plastic cover. On the front here, I just have some washi tape, like labels that I thought were pretty. Here I just highlighted some important dates on the year at a glance. And here, just using some distress stain. This calendar I just used for birthdays really and kind of important events. So, or like holidays and stuff. I just washi the top here and I added the stuff with labels. It just goes through, I think, March of next year. Yeah, March of next year. And then the monthlies I use pretty functionally. I didn't start actually using them until this month. Well, I kind of used them. I'll show you. This I went back and filled in this month because I was like, well, that's empty. But here I was using it to highlight my work schedule, special dates, and paydays and stuff. But I went ahead and added like special things or important things that happened during the month. So the writing I went back and filled in recently this month, but the highlighting and stuff I was already using it for. And to reference the days of the week, and I'll explain why in a second. But here's February, March, and here's April. So I started using it to track like dog grooming, appointments. This is my friend's wedding. If I'm sick, when I get my nails done, stuff like that. So I just have some stuff on there. And I have started filling out the rest of the months. I have until July in here because this book goes through June. So what I did for the last 3 months here is I just, for each week here, this is like a note section and it just has the week number. So what I did was I added movie titles of movies that are releasing in those weeks. Movies that either I want to watch or I think my fiance will want to watch because we try and go to the movies every week. So I just have them on here so that I can refer to this and see like, okay, this is coming up. Like King Arthur is coming up the second week of May. Stuff like that. So got that through July because I read Entertainment Weekly and they have like a calendar for the summer releases. So I just kind of wrote stuff down for that and have my schedule highlighted and stuff like that. So on this page, it says turning the page to a new year. I just I added color and then washi and these pens down here and I just decided to leave it blank. I'm thinking maybe at the end of this book, I kind of will fill it up with maybe with a reflection or something for the last 6 months once this book is finished. I'm not really sure, but for now I like it like that. Here I just painted some flowers. My fiance said they look like cinnamon rolls, so that's what I wrote down here. And I try and date everything that I do. I'm pretty successful at it. Sometimes I forget. But you'll see that I jump around a lot and I just try and date it with the actual day or I leave the date uncovered if it's that day. I'll explain further in a second. So on this side here, I just put my name down. This is a little tag from a nonprofit, a shirt that I got from a nonprofit, which I'll link down below if you're interested. It's a really, really cool company. This I drew last year when I first got it. So it's just old here. Here, like I said, I jump around a lot. So this is an entry from the 18th. This is from the 18th. This was on January 15th. And I just tipped this in, journaled on that about last summer. Here, I actually did this on the 6th. So I left the 6th uncovered and I didn't date it anything else because I went to get this Jane Davenport palette on the 6th. So I just left it there. This was the 8th, January 24th, January 9th, January 13th, January 21st. And I really like January 12th and 13th. I really like just putting color down. I'm not an artist. I'm not very good at it, but I have fun with it. And I'm really, really enjoying it. I was really enjoying it here. This was the 14th, 15th. I think I actually journaled some days in a row. Yeah, the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. This was on the 28th, 18th and 19th, 20th. This was the 20th as well, 21st and 22nd. This was on the 30th. So here I was trying Llama's Love Lettering Every Damn Day. I will link her channel down below. You're more than likely already familiar with her, but if you're not, I'll leave her down below. She has this challenge every month for lettering every day. I actually do all the lettering in one day because I'm not very good at keeping up with stuff every day. Like my journaling, for example, I don't do it every day. Sometimes I get a chance to, but most of the time I don't. I just try and journal a lot. Like on a day that I'm available to journal, I journal more than one page, and then I'll like stop for a while, like if I'm working or if I'm sleeping or whatever, because I work nights. And then on a day that I want to just catch up, I'll do a bunch of pages, just however I feel like it. So I don't really do fancy lettering. I'm not very good. So I kind of just write them in regular writing. I've done them all so far the last 3 months. I haven't done April's, all in one day. So, and I journal a little bit, write the words, finished up here, I think. This was again January 30th. This was February 2nd. This was January 29th. February Every Damn Day, started that. This was February 8th, February 18th, February 3rd, February 6th. I enjoyed jumping around. It was just kind of fun. Sometimes I would like prep the pages, like adding color and maybe washi tape, and then I'd just go back on a random day and fill it in. It was just however I felt like it. February 10th, on February 7th, I did the Every Damn Day. I covered it with this picture that I printed because I didn't like how I wrote Black Girl Magic, so I just covered it up. Here I finished up February Every Damn Day. This was the 15th. This spread I really didn't like. This ended up too dark, and so I wrote on it with a white pen, and the pen transferred to this side, and I didn't like it, so I just kind of used it as my little washi trash bin. I kind of just put the little scraps on here so that I don't have to toss them. This I didn't even date. This I'll explain. Let me see. I'll skip over here. So on February 13th, I was talking to a friend of mine about watercolor. She was asking me what I painted and, you know, what I was doing with my watercolors. And I said that I'm not really a painter. I don't really know what to draw or how to draw. So I kind of just pop color down. That's what I mean, if you look through this, that's what I was basically doing and attempting flowers. But she shared with me a watercolor challenge for February, and I did the first 4 days on February 13th, and then I never went back to it. Not because I didn't like it, just because I kind of forgot about it. But the first day was like ocean life or something, so I just Googled how to draw a crab, and I followed the step-by-step directions on how to draw a crab. And then on the second day, it was flowers, which I really hated these flowers, and I almost covered them up, but I figured, you know, don't cover them up. Like, I can look back on this and be like, oh, I've improved so much, like with practice, or I haven't improved at all. Like I can just compare how I'm doing now to then. So I just left them uncovered. Second day, or the third day, excuse me, was a fossil. So I drew this fossil fish. And then the fourth day was a fruit, and I painted this avocado. I really like the avocado. So that was a good finish for me. February 22nd, since this crab was looking over here, I kind of figured I should draw something. So I drew this wonky fish, or painted that wonky fish. On February 17th, here, sorry about the glare, I did this collage. It's like a little pop culture collage with bits I cut out from a magazine. This was journaling on February 22nd about this donut washi that I went on the hunt for. I painted this girl on that day too, just cause. February 27th, oh, I rediscovered my Xyron machine. I've had it almost 3 years now, and I never used it because I didn't want to waste it. And I finally decided to use it on February 27th. It was sitting on my shelf, and I was like, why haven't I used that? So I just pulled it out, and I made this fishbowl into a sticker, and I really, really like it. So here I inked up one of my really cheap calligraphy pens. I don't like my cursive handwriting, and I think it looks better with a broader nib. Here I was journaling about my weight gain. This was just using, I really wanted just to use that pen. I was complaining that I had misplaced a nib that I purchased, but I actually found it recently, which is good. So here's where everything changes. This was all my journaling through like February, like February 27th. So on the 26th, I had like a little impromptu coffee planner date with some friends, and they were asking me if I was just journaling in here or if I was planning, and I was telling them that I felt like I couldn't plan in daily pages because my life was too like boring, like nothing was happening and I didn't have enough to fill up a whole page. So one of my friends said, you know, you could journal on the rest of the page if you don't use it all, or, and like, who cares? Why don't you just try it? Because I had been curious about trying a daily planner, but I just felt, I don't know, I was just keeping myself from doing it because I thought like, I don't know, like, oh, you can't do that because you're you don't have that much going on. But I figured that was stupid and I was just going to give it a go. So I came home and I wrote down like what I had done and what I still had to do for that day, and then I journaled a little bit. You can see that I added the color. I think you can tell after I wrote because my pen is water soluble, so it kind of like bled a little bit, but whatever. On the next day I decided to give it another go. So I added my color first and I wrote all in pen. It really wasn't my style yet, but I did enjoy it. So I decided to, the next day, I went ahead and just went all out with just how I regularly do my stuff. So I'm going to lift this so you don't see the Clare. So I just brought all my stickers in, and I really, really liked it. So you've got 5 check boxes up here. And I use that for like the things that I really want to get done that day, or, you know, highlights or things that main things I'm doing the day, whatever. And then I just filled in the regular stuff. And I decided that even if I wrote my dogs every single day, it didn't matter because it's my planner and I can do whatever the heck I want, you know? So, yeah, this day was not a very good day for me. I was on the verge of having a panic attack. That's why this is covered here. I'll show you what this looks like regularly. At the beginning of every month, you have a page that looks like this. It has the month up here and then the number of the month, and it says remember this, and you just have some lines. And so so far I've been using them kind of for like journal entries. So here I was like in a really dark place. Like I said, I was on the verge of having a panic attack. I was feeling really, really stressed out. And I just wrote like an entry here, but I didn't want to look at it because it was just not happy thoughts. So I covered it up with this cutout that I really liked from a magazine. Do you see that little book dog? Isn't he so cute? Here's the start of March. This is basically what my pages look like. This is what they usually look like in all of my inserts. And so I'm just loving the room in here. I can use really big stickers, which I'll point out later on, kind of like these here from OhSoPrettyPlanner. And I just have so much room and like freedom to use my washi, which I have so much washi and I wasn't using it because I didn't have room in my inserts, but in here I have room and I really, really like it. So another disclaimer here, from March 1st through the 14th, I was really stressed. I was basically just working and studying and sleeping, and then I would give myself little breaks, like here I'd like painted my nails and stuff like that. But for the most part, I was stress shopping online, studying, and working. So that's what that looks like. I'll just go like a little flip through here. You'll notice that I write my dogs like every day. That's me basically like feeding them and spending time with them. So, and these are the big stickers that I'm talking about. So my favorite sticker shops, Fox and Cactus, Bubba Bear Studios, Anxiety Aids. I think I have some from Stop and Jot Crafts. They make big stickers. Not all of them, but they have like some big stickers on their sheets and then normal size stickers. But I never use the big ones because they were too big. But I can use them in here, which is awesome. I really, really like them. Like this, another big Fox and Cactus sticker. And you'll see that I don't just use dogs to signify my dogs. I use all my animal stickers just because I have them and I want to use them. Again, Fox and Cactus, OhSoPrettyPlanner. Here I got this fortune, you will soon make a change at work, and I took it as a sign because I couldn't make a change at work unless I passed my NCLEX, and I was really stressing out about that. This was all just like stressful time for me. And as I got closer to my NCLEX, I took it on the 14th. I did more journaling than anything. I was really sick. I got really sick like the week beforehand. Here's the day before I took my NCLEX. I was having a horrible day. Like it was just a terrible day. This is the day of. I felt so awful after my exam. I didn't even write what I did that day. And then here, this is the next day. So I tried to sleep in, but I couldn't. I was just drinking tea because I was really sick and stuffy. And I was trying to relax, play World of Warcraft for a little bit. And anyway, like at midnight, I started checking the board of nursing, and I checked it and checked it and checked it. I would check it like every 15 minutes. And then like at 1 a.m., I started checking it like every 5. And then finally at 1:26, I saw my name posted on the board of nursing. So I came to my planner and I added this stuff here just because I was so flippin' excited that I was a registered nurse. I didn't have to take my NCLEX ever again. I was done. So that was really exciting. This was the following day. I was so happy. Like I was the happiest I'd been in a really, really long time. So I had lunch with my in-laws. They bought me lunch for passing. I went window shopping on my own. It was so much fun. And I slept. I slept because I hadn't slept in a long time. One cool thing that I'll share with you, it might be kind of cheesy, but to me, it was so awesome afterwards. And like, I got really emotional when I thought about it last year at some point after I got my Hobonichi. I was drawing elephants, and I just randomly opened up my Hobonichi and I picked a page, and it was this page, and I drew this elephant, and I just left it there. I forgot about it completely. And when I saw that it was on here the day that I found out I passed, I don't know, I got like emotional because I grew up knowing that elephants were lucky. My mom has always told me elephants are good luck, you know, like elephants are good luck. And it was so crazy that this was the page that I had drawn my elephant on. I had no idea that's when I was going to take my test. I didn't actually know I was going to take my test on the 14th until February like 7th of this year. And I drew this elephant last year at some point. Like how, why? Like how, I don't know. I feel like this was, I don't know, it was just meant to be or something. I don't know. So I didn't want to cover up the elephant with my like planning or events or anything. So I kind of just gave it a little crown with some succulent washi and decorated it a little bit. And it was just a really, really awesome day. Here is St. Patrick's Day. I tried to keep it green. I went a little bit blue and purple, but you know, whatever. And like I said, sometimes I don't know if I mentioned this already, but you probably noticed I journal a little bit sometimes. Like sometimes I'll write, like, let's say the dishwasher had broken or something. I'd be like, oh, the dishwasher broke, like next to the dishes or whatever. So here I wanted to do some more journaling about my day. So I just did this little tip in here, but I just wrote the events for that day. It was kind of a busy day. Then here, doing some washi layering. This was my first day as a nurse, so that was exciting. This was my birthday, which I pre-decorated because I knew I'd be working and I wasn't going to be able to decorate anything. The day after, I was just sleeping in. This day, I think I had like a birthday dinner with friends. Then here I worked again. I really like this little nurse penguin stamp. Like it's really cute. I think I got these stamps on this day or something, so I wanted to use them. And here I did mostly journaling. On my work days, I mostly journal because I don't do much that day other than work. Like I get up pretty late in the day because I work nights. I pack my lunch, I get ready, and then I go to work. So I usually write about the night when I get home. And oh, I bought my Appunto on my birthday and then I got it on the 25th. Another big sticker, this is the Bubba Bear Studios sticker. Just kind of journaled a lot that day. More journaling and kind of, I've had pretty quiet days. Here, the backgrounds, I had friends try out the watercolors here in like January, I think. And so I just skipped to this page and had them paint on it. So I just kind of planned over their drawings and stuff. Another big stickers, again, Bubba Bear Studios, Fox and Cactus. You can probably tell who are my favorites. Then this was kind of like my little journal entry in response to the March one. That was the covered up one. Here's April 1st. This was not a work day, but it was the day before work. So I just kept it simple. I mainly did laundry. Work day. Here I was tired after work. Here's another big sticker. This is Stop and Jot Crafts, Fox and Cactus. This I kind of just decorated. I put some washi down, I think, but then I put sticker flakes on top. Here I was having a rough day. Work again. This was my day off. Here I just did an all ink day. Another mostly ink day. This was a pretty busy day. I love this sticker by Fox and Cactus. And this little, the little light bulb by Bubba Bear Studios. Here, this was a weekend. We had a party and we got a speeding ticket on the way. I love this sticker. I always read it in the like Brad Pitt voice, if you know what I'm talking about. What's in the box? This is from Anxiety AIDS. I just think it's so hilarious. This is an Easter seal sticker from Anxiety AIDS. Work. Oh, this one is pretty neat. So at my January planner meeting, I was, again, trying to get everybody to watercolor just like in the other pages that my friends watercolored. And so I let one of the ladies there try out my watercolors on my journal, and I added water to it to kind of spread the color out a little bit, and then I journaled about that day on February 6th. And so when I got to April 19th, I was like, well, crap, how am I supposed to plan on that? So I just tipped in this piece of acetate so that I could plan on it, but still have my journaling available if I wanted to read it later. April 20th, I'm like obsessed. This is my current obsession, is doodling these plants. I watched a video on YouTube, which I will link down below, and I'm obsessed with doodling plants right now, and this is my favorite one. That's why I have a bunch of little vines. This was a big storm day here. Rained like all day. So I Googled weather doodles and I drew that guy. More little vines, another little cloudy doodle. Here I was testing out some sample watercolors that I got with an order, and it was all pen. On my work days, sometimes I'm too lazy to get stickers or anything like that, so I just paint the backgrounds and do it all in pen here. Also, this day, as soon as I got off work, I went to get groceries and get water, and then I got home and I started doing laundry. I did so much laundry that day, that's why I put that big pile of laundry. I made a return, I cleaned my kitchen, I went and got my nails done, I had lunch with my fiance, I passed out during the day, and I was feeling sick, so I have the little Bubba Bear sick bear. This was a pretty quiet day. This was yesterday, I think. Yeah, this was yesterday. Again, I was kind of feeling lazy getting my stickers out, so I kind of just kept it simple. This is a today marker that I made myself. I don't know if you can see the tab there. Yeah, it's just a journaling card that I put a tab on, and then I have some ephemera stuck to the back. But I really like it. It's the perfect size in here. And yeah, I just wanted a today marker. Oh, because I cut off the bookmarks from my Gillio. I really hated those bookmarks, so I cut them off. As you can see, I have personalized this quite a bit, so this will probably never sell. I don't want to sell it, but probably would never sell because I painted it and I cut the bookmarks off. I just didn't like how I just don't like that ribbon they come with. It's like a black ribbon and then they have two little circles at the bottom. I'm not a fan. This is my little pencil board. It's a transparent pencil board that I got from JetPens. This is today, which I've kept pretty simple. I have to write in that I actually filmed today. And then here's the pre-planning that I do. So these are the sticky notes that I have on the front. I just write what's happening that day. So I've got a few here. These transparent ones are ones that I have made for things that happen regularly. So I have 3 work ones, and once I get to my work week, then I transfer them over to the next work week so that I know they're coming up. So I have 3 work ones. My lawn one, my friend's pinning, she's graduating nursing school when I get my nails done, Mother's Day, American Mother's Day, my planner meeting every month, and I think that's all I've got in here so far. Yeah. So I've got through June in here. I'm going to continue using it. Here I have trifexas for my dogs when I have to give them their medicine next. I'm really, really loving it. I've already decided that if I'm still planning in this successfully by September, then I'm going to order myself another one for 2018 because I really, really like it. These pages I'll probably color or do something creative with later because I'm not going to use a timetable or these favorites. I don't think so anyway. I've only got like 2 months left in here, so I'm not really sure. Probably reuse these somehow. On this side, I've got the sticker from My Queen Bee Designs. I've got this one from Fox and Cactus. This is a little wreath that I drew again with the little vine deal. And this is, I think it's called the Bear Bears. I don't know. It's a cartoon on Cartoon Network. I've never watched it. I just think they're cute. So I have one in here. And I've got my postcard that I always have in here. Oh, I didn't tell you. I haven't told you. I did mention it. You might have caught that. I mentioned this was a rust color, but it's not a Gillio rust. This started off as an acid green Appunto, as you can tell here by the zipper, and I painted it. I think I spilled the beans, but I don't know why I didn't tell you in the beginning. Sorry. I painted this Gillio. It was green originally, this acid green here. That's like a light avocado. And I painted it rust. I loved the texture and the price was right and the timing was right because it was at the time that I wanted it and I didn't want to wait. So I ordered it and I painted it. I had watched a video on YouTube. I believe her name is Clare. I will link that video down below. It's a great video. And I just watched that a bunch of times and then I decided to just paint mine. And it came out really, really well. It doesn't look like it was painted, but I left obviously the zip green because I wasn't going to paint that. And I really like the contrast actually. I think it looks cool. But anyway, in the secretarial pocket here, I've got the postcard that I keep in like every setup, but I've actually added a Target dollar spot pocket on the back. Oops, I don't want to show my address. Where I keep my stamps, my global stamps, and my address labels. I have nothing in the zipper pocket, and this is just a little sheet that I got in Happy Mail that I just wanted to slip in there. My pen right now is a Uniball Signo DX in 0.38. My favorite pen of all time is a Pilot Super Gel, but JetPens is no longer selling it. I have no idea why. I don't know if it's discontinued or what, but luckily I found out that they were discontinuing it a while back, and so I ordered like a dozen backups, but I wanted to find another one that would work for me once I'm out of that super gel. So I really like this one. I've also got a big back pocket in the Appunto, and back here I keep 2 things that I have to have with me. I've got my bill schedule, which I can't show you because I haven't covered it up, but it's the same one that I've had in every setup. This is the one that I had in my traveler's notebook and I just transferred it over. And this is my annual calendar from Growing Up Goddess. I just keep it for like special events, work schedule, things that I just want to keep track of. And it's got the first 6 months on the front, second 6 months on the back. And I just keep that in the big back pocket because I don't want to print another one that's A6 size. So that is everything that I've got in my Gillio. Like I said, I painted this rust. Sorry that I didn't really explain that in the beginning. It did start off as an acid green, and I really, really love how it looks, how it turned out. It's beautiful. It doesn't smell like paint. It's starting to get its leather smell, which is really awesome. It is really fat, and I don't want it to be this fat because I don't want to stretch out the strap. It does, you know, it accommodates it, but I don't want it to get any stretch marks on it or anything. So, but this won't happen anymore because it's going to be my planner. Sorry, I was out of frame there. this is not going to happen anymore because I'm not using it as my journal. I'm going to use it as my planner. So I've got 2 months left in here, and then I'll be moving into my second book for the last 6 months of the year, and it shouldn't be this fat. But yeah, I am really, really loving it. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I will try and link most of the shops that I talked about, but if you have a question about a particular item, let me know. I'll be happy to answer it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I have a question for you before you go. I hope that you stayed to answer this question, because I'd like an answer. I have my traveler's notebook that I had promised I would share, and I have my journal. So, and I'm going to share both of them with you, but if you have a preference, whether you want to see my traveler's notebook next or my journal, let me know down below so that I know what to post next. I want to try and film them both though, so you will see them both eventually. I'm just curious to know if you're more interested in one before the other one. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye everyone.